Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into something really special, an ambitious nonprofit called More4. Now, what's amazing is that it was created by and for people with stage 4 cancer. And their goal, it's not just about survival. It's about completely reimagining what support looks like so people can live a life that's full, secure, and, peaceful. All right, so here's how we're going to break this down. First, we'll look at the one single urgent problem that kickstarted this whole thing. Then, we'll get into how More4 is redefining what pain even means, and how they plan to fight it with a unique 7-program plan. And to wrap it all up, we'll look at their invitation for you, yes you, to be part of the story. So, to really get what More4 is doing, you first have to understand why it had to exist in the first place. This whole story really begins with a single, pretty heartbreaking moment. This right here is the moment. Just let that sink in. It's a quote from an anonymous patient on a forum. The founder of MoreFor4, Mary Costello, saw this, and it just broke her heart. She had this sudden realization that for so many people with a terminal diagnosis, the pain isn't just physical. It's the fear of being homeless, it's poverty, it's this profound, crushing loneliness. And that led her to this really fundamental question. What if people like Sammy actually had a place to turn? A system that was specifically designed to catch them, to handle all the crises that aren't medical but are just as scary and life-threatening? That right there is the problem More4 was built to solve. And what's just wild is how quickly it all came together. That one post in March literally turned a vague idea into this urgent, unstoppable mission. I mean, they went from just a concept to a legal nonprofit in a matter of months. And then, less than a year after that, they had official tax-exempt status. It just goes to show you what can happen when you have a purpose that is crystal clear and incredibly urgent. Okay, so that urgency we just talked about, it led to a completely different kind of philosophy. More4 isn't trying to be just another patient assistance program. No, it's built on a radical new way of understanding what pain and support actually mean when you're facing a terminal diagnosis. And this is it. This is the guiding light for everything they do. The #NoPain campaign. The whole idea is that pain isn't just about the disease itself or the side effects from treatment. It's also the pain of poverty. It's the pain of systemic discrimination. And it's that deep, aching pain of feeling completely and utterly alone. And this table, man, it just spells out their unique role so perfectly. You see, while a lot of organizations focus on the medical side of things, More4 zeroes in on all those psychosocial needs. They're not trying to do what others are already doing. They want to fill the gaps, the places where people fall through the cracks. So instead of these one-size-fits-all programs, they create tailored, fast solutions. And this is key, they're building a community that's run by the people it serves, for the people it serves. So it's a great philosophy, right? But how does something that ambitious actually work in the real world? Well, it all comes together in their 7-program ecosystem. They've built this, well, it's like an ecosystem, really. 7 programs that are all designed to talk to each other to tackle challenges from every possible angle. It all starts with MoreCore, which is the community hub. That then feeds into things like Home Matters for housing security and CannaCares for medical cannabis. They've even got JEVI Action, which stands for Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion, a whole program focused on social justice. It's a holistic system, so one person can get support from a bunch of these programs all at the same time. Let's just zoom in on 2 of these for a sec. MoreCore is basically the heart of the community. Think of it as a digital town square, a place with everything from support groups to game nights, all designed to fight that feeling of isolation. And then you've got Home Matters, which directly takes on the exact crisis that Sammy was facing, creating really innovative solutions for affordable housing. Now, another one that's just so innovative is CannaCares. It tackles a huge problem. A lot of low-income patients just can't afford medical cannabis, even when it's discounted. So More4 is creating partnerships where dispensaries sponsor something called Cannabucks, which is basically a credit for patients. It's a really smart model that also helps fund the other programs. And, yep, you're reading that launch date right, They are absolutely planning to launch the pilot on April 20th, 2026. Okay, so this is where the story pivots, because MoreFor4 isn't just something you can observe from a distance. It's an invitation. It's an invitation to become part of the solution. This is where you come in. So get this. You'd think that for MoreFor4 to take its next massive step forward, it would need a mountain of cash, right? Believe it or not, they can get their online community, the very foundation of MoreCore, up and running with as little as $2,000. That's it. And that initial $2,000, it creates this incredible ripple effect. It's so much more than just building a website. That money launches the first 3 absolutely critical support groups. It creates a real tangible thing they can show to bigger corporate sponsors. And it helps mobilize their social justice work. It's like the springboard for everything else. And getting involved here goes so far beyond just donating cash. I mean, look at these options. They're incredibly diverse. You can donate stock or crypto, contribute real estate, even volunteer your professional skills on a committee. Honestly, every single action, even just sharing their campaign with people you know, makes a huge difference. When you boil it all down, MoreFor4 is really built on this one powerful belief, that when the system feels you, a community can step up and build its own. It's a test, really. A test to see if people, when they're united by a single purpose, can create their own solutions, their own support, and ultimately, their own hope. The only question is, can they?